live from downtown State College.
Welcome into the Landon Tangwall pregame live call-in show downtown. A rowdy, lively.
Whiteout!
Oh, God, John. Producer John's here. How many, it seems like he's
Physically.
had a couple beers already.
Mentally, maybe not so much.
There we go. I just saw a kid pass
I
out.
am pumped, though.
All right. I just saw a kid passed out under a tree right outside of my studio. So clearly it is whiteout weekend. We are here. We have made it. We've all been waiting for this one. FIU, Villanova, all of it in the past. It is time. I cannot wait. Today we are sponsored by Anti-Fragile Brewing Company. Hopefully it is another JP 409 shot at the end of this one. John clearly has been banging on that bottle because I'll tell you what, it is.
You have this very, professional, serious vibe going right now.
It is. It's very stern.
See, I'm feeling real serious. Miss Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well. Nice, ring you got on your finger over there.
I know. Isn't it beautiful, everyone?
There we go. Yes, we had some news over the bye week. I did ask Miss Sarah to marry me, so we have a wedding coming in the near future. But, who cares about all of that right now? It is Whiteout Saturday.
We got a call.
Oh, we already
Starting.
got a caller. Here we go. Did someone remember the number? Have we not put up the number yet?
Yeah, they have it saved.
What is your name? Where are you calling from? I love it.
My name is Seth, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
What's up, brother? What's your question?
So my question is, how do you think Oregon's secondary will match up against Penn State's receivers, and how that matchup will go today?
Yeah, so I think this is a matchup that I generally like for Oregon right now. Now, both of those groups have not been tested up to this point. Oregon secondary has not been tested. Penn State's wide receivers have not been truly tested. Oregon secondary is definitely improved from when we saw them in the Big Ten Championship. They go out, they get Dylan Thieneman from Purdue to be one of their starting safeties. They go out, they get their nickel, that slot cornerback position that Zion Tracy plays for Penn State. They went out and got Jaden Kennedy from Ole Miss, and then you bring in Brandon Finney Jr. as a true freshman starting cornerback, kind of a longer guy that Penn State was trying to recruit heavily, ends up going to Oregon and gets there late, and now is already starting. So it is a tougher group. It is fairly young. You got a true freshman starting and then two redshirt freshmen. But overall, I think it's a long, fast, talented group. You look at the Penn State wide receivers, we have been pleased with them up to this point. But as I said, the competition has been kind of low there. So I'm curious to see. I think I've been most impressed probably by Trevor Pena just because of his route running and his ability to create space, find the holes in the zone, and then also create space in that man coverage. So it's going to be a battle tonight. I think Drew Aller needs his wide receivers to win some of these one-on-ones. I've talked about this, that Oregon plays, it's a Saban coverage. It's called Cover 7. It's very complex, not to be explained here right now, but basically it's zone coverage that turns into man coverage. So you get one-on-one opportunities. Can Kyron Hudson go up, win 50-50 balls? Can Trevor Pena create that little bit of space? And then also, can Devontae Ross stretch this defense deep? Ross is really the only deep threat on this team. I think we need to throw a deep ball within the first at least two drives because we need their defense to back up a little bit. They are good at adding in run support, having that. I talked about Thieneman. He kind of plays this high linebacker, almost low safety guy in this cover two defense that Oregon likes to run a decent amount of the time. So he's really liable to add on and run support, and he can be unblocked run defender. So that's something to look out for. Obviously, Penn State needs to get the run game going. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Penn State, Oregon fans alike. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I like seeing Ohio State struggling too. What's the situation right now? It's still okay. Ohio State got the ball back 3-0. Yeah, they've been shooting themselves in the foot. Ohio State has. I'll tell you what.
Landon, I got to interrupt and say this is the first time I feel like I've seen you nervous before a game. Is this how you were in the locker room?
I feel the nerves. Yeah.
Is this player Landon mode?
I think so. I feel like the nerves are coming. I don't know. It's
Just have this intensity about you.
As Ant said, this is he said game defining. I think career defining moment for not only James Franklin, but for Drew Aller and this entire Penn State team really in 2025. We know what the expectations were and what they still are. It all starts tonight. If you do not win this one, you still have plenty of opportunity to make the college football playoffs. But at Ohio State looks really bleak. And then how much confidence do you have going to the college football playoffs if you haven't still won a big game? You have Indiana coming to town after Ohio State, but That's a toughie right there. We're going to put call now, guys, 814-400-4188. This used to not be a call-in show, but we said forget about it. We love hearing from you guys so much.
Oregon.
It's Oregon. We got to hear from you guys. I'll tell you what. Will number 58 wear the black tee to the white out. Listen, I stay in the studio. I was around the tailgate.
Johnny cashing it.
Yeah, he did Johnny Cash it.
I did Johnny Cash. I wasn't all black going around the tailgate. So if you guys
Did
saw
Sarah
me,
say, looks like you're going to a funeral, and you said, maybe I am?
maybe I am. I don't know. A funeral for who? I'll tell you what. Yes, Miss Sarah was my trusty camera woman. It was a good time. I appreciate it. We saw a ton of you guys. I really appreciate all the love. It's been really fun being out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you guys are tuned in the lots, probably barely able to even tune in with the Wi-Fi they have out there. But I know that cell reception is brutal. So
What was the vibe up there?
it was lively. We got a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from? What is your question?
Hey, what's up, Langdon? It's Tommy G from Portland, Oregon. How are you doing?
What's up, Tommy? Doing well. What's your question, brother?
I was walking down the street wearing a white number 15 jersey. I was walking past the Ducks fan. He wouldn't make eye contact with me. What do you think? Is it soft? Nervous? What do you think he was feeling?
Oh, I think everybody's got some nerves rolling. I'll tell you what. I don't know. Maybe are you a big guy? Did you intimidate him a little bit?
It was fear, 100%.
Did you strike fear in his heart?
I had a solid 6 inches on him, I think.
Ooh, yeah, there's a little bit of fear there. That's all right, though. That's all right. And listen, you said calling in from Portland.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, man. You're repping over in
Deep in enemy territory.
You're across enemy lines over there, brother. I appreciate you calling in, though. Enjoy the game, brother. Thank you so much. Gavin says,
too,
I
bye.
never played at this level. Does a whiteout make that big of a difference? We are. Gavin, thank you so much for the donation. Yes, I do believe it does. This is one of the crazier environments in college football. I think it could be one of the hardest just single game environments in college football history, the way this is all shaping up. I think it does. It has a huge factor on everybody, especially Oregon's offense. Yes, we have a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Landon? This is Elliot Rass calling from Portland, Oregon.
What's up, Elliot? We got a lot of Portland, Oregon. What's up, brother? What's your question?
I've been really into your YouTube content this week. I've been watching the Oregon offensive defensive film breakdowns. Not sure if you've gotten asked this already, but was curious why some of that content got deleted. So I've been going back and trying to see some of those clips.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got wrapped up with the higher ups in that one. They said Landon was exposing a little too much, so we'll play it. I got some announcements coming after this game. We'll talk about it. But yeah, unfortunately, those got taken down. Trust me, I did not want them to be down. But I guess I don't know. Maybe it's a sign we're too good at breaking down film, guys. But
It's just you're an exposer. All kinds of.
We're just putting it out there. We're just putting too much out there. But we'll figure it out. We're gonna keep on rolling. Nothing's stopping this train, guys. You know that. So I'll have some announcements out later this week. But I think we got some good things coming out of it, actually. So appreciate you calling in and appreciate you tuning into all those. Josh says Penn State is 13-18 in whiteout games. Really?
13-8.
13-8. Sorry. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Ooh,
I thought it was 11-6.
I don't know.
I thought it was 14-2.
John, you didn't hear that. Was that even? I don't think that math even matches up to.
How many whiteout games have there been?
Technically, I think it was 04 was the first
All right,
student
so
whiteout.
74.
Yeah, that's good. Good math. I'll tell you what.
Nice.
I just guessed. That's how I did math in college.
PSU
or high
whiteout
school, or
record
middle
against-
school, whatever school that was. I quit going to school in.
Yeah, we can tell you quit going to school.
Just so angry and intense today.
We are. I'm gonna,
Different vibe from you.
I'm gonna punch John later on a little
Well,
bit.
that was going to happen anyway.
That was. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, really, I think this is the biggest regular season game for Penn State. God, it's probably since 2017 Ohio State. I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say since then. And I think it's bigger than that, just because of like what this means nationally. Once again, for James Franklin, and he knows this. It's everything. It is completely everything to how he's looked at in the national media, which he could say he doesn't care about, but it still affects you. It still affects how you're looked at. It affects how you think about yourself, and that's why I say that Drew Aller and James Franklin need to prove this to themselves. Because if you don't win this one, you're in a tough place for the rest of the year, and every game almost feels like a must-win. And you go 10-2, you're most likely, almost certainly in the playoffs, especially with the win over Indiana. But you're in a tough place. You are definitely in a toughy. What else we got here? You guys got 2023 Penn State, Ohio State was a big game. Yeah, that was definitely a big one. What happened in that one? Was that? Oh, yeah, that was a bad one. I think Drew Aller, we made Drew Aller throw like 46 times, which to my point cannot happen tonight. I do not want to see Drew Aller really over probably 28 passes. I wouldn't want to see any more than 28. If he goes into the 30s, that's not a place that I want him to be. We need to run the ball efficiently today if you are Penn State. That is the number one thing for Penn State. Honestly, for both sides. It sounds a little cliche, but both sides really need to establish the run. Oregon needs to do it to kind of take the crowd out of it a little bit, take some of the air out of the stadium, and you start to open up that play action passing if you were Oregon. If you're able to get downhill in the run game, you start to get that suck on those linebackers and safeties on the play action, and that's what they did in the Big Ten Championship. They ran the ball fairly efficiently, and then Dylan Gabriel didn't get much pressure on him. He was able to go for 4 touchdowns, 280 yards. So that is something that Penn State needs to be on top of today. Call right now, 814-400-4188. We are doing some giveaways today.
Ooh.
Yeah. We got a $20 gift card to Anti-Fragile, Downtown State College. Fantastic
for
cheesesteaks.
the grown-ups.
For the grown-ups only.
Must be 21.
Must be 21. We got the kegerator in the corner. And then we're also giving away. It was a bigger game, so this is a really nice. This is a thick, like, team issued only. Ooh. Really nice jacket. It is got some good, I don't know, I forget when we wore these, but we got these for one of the games, but really thick, good gear, like I said. Team issued only, so we'll give that away towards the end of the show. Yes, we have a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Jeff. I'm from Mechanicsburg.
What's up, Jeff? What's your question?
Hey, really enjoy your content. Keep up the good work. Question for you. You did a piece about the Oregon tight end. Who on our defense do you think is going to be responsible to cover him? Thank you.
Thanks so much, brother. Yeah, so you look at Kenyon Sadiq. I think he is the best tight end in college football. And he is so versatile in this Oregon offense. I think he's the number one guy that makes it go. Obviously, Dante Moore is the most important piece as the quarterback. But I think Kenyon Sadiq is a more important piece than DeCorian Moore, their number one wide receiver, mainly because they do so much with him. Not only in the receiving game, he can stretch you vertically. They will go tight end screens. Watch out for those tight end screens to Sadiq tonight. He will do block and releases where he's blocking, and then boom, slips out into the flats. And then the run game where he blocks. I mean, they'll pull him as a second blocker, as a lead blocker on gap scheme. They will move him all around, and he is violent in the blocking game. Once again, I've said this like 4 times this week. He is going to try to pancake guys after the play. Expect 2 things. He is either he might get a holding penalty at some point because he holds when he does not need to after the play, but he's also so physical, through the whistle, doesn't stop at the whistle, goes through the whistle. And be careful if you're a Penn State defender. Do not let him get in your head and draw a penalty because he is blocking you after the play. But you talk about how you match up with him. Tony Rojas is the guy to do it. He's posted. I've seen it that it's true. Whether Penn State, they don't lie on their 40 times. Penn State, Tony Rojas ran a 4.37 40 at 237 pounds. That's the guy to match up with Kenyon Sadiq. But the problem is they move him around so much, sometimes it's hard to do that. I think the biggest question, too, is what formation do you come out in if you're Penn State? We've ran a lot of 4-3 stuff where we bring in Dom DeLuca, take out Zion Tracy, the nickel cornerback. But then can Dom DeLuca carry Kenyon Sadiq on a vertical route deep? He doesn't have the speed to do that. You got to make sure that Tony Rojas is on Kenyon Sadiq at all times. Yes, we have a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, we lost them.
They might have hung up right when, yeah.
How dare they?
Give us a call, yeah.
Oh, they're back.
They're back. Here we go. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, John? It's Tony Tees from Philadelphia.
Tony Tees. What's up, brother? What's your question?
I don't really have a question. I just want to have like a little analysis of the game.
Oh, you just want an overall full pregame show real quick for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, we'll do keys to victory for you real quick. I think you look at Oregon, there's a couple things you do not want to, and honestly, it's kind of funny that the keys to victory are kind of similar for each team. You don't want to get in 3rd and long if you're Oregon, so you start to get in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Number 1, the offensive tackles for Oregon overall are good, but they have their weaknesses in pass pro that these Penn State defensive ends will take advantage of. On top of that, you have the crowd. The crowd gets involved and it's 3rd and 8. Then next thing you know, 3rd and 8 becomes 3rd and 13 off of a false start, and then it's almost impossible to convert that. So you got to stay ahead of the sticks if you are Oregon in this game. And then with that goes with staying ahead of the sticks is running the ball efficiently. Oregon has to run the ball efficiently, so it is, 2nd and 5, and then 3rd and 1. If you get into that world, you do not want to get in that 3rd and long. And I think Oregon has an opportunity to. I think Penn State's defensive line and really the linebackers in the run game have not truly been tested. And if they have at times with different quarterback read options, which Oregon doesn't really do at all, but there were times that it kind of broke down for the Penn State defense. That's the only place that we saw them struggle just a little bit in these first 3 games. But I do worry a little bit about the defensive tackle depth. When Zane Durant and Alonzo Ford have to come out, I don't feel great about Ty Blanding, coming in for that one. Even Xavier Gillen, who have both looked good in these first couple games, but now you face a physical Oregon offensive line. Now, I do think, and I've talked about this, there's a couple people that you look at in the run game. Dave Yulee is their right guard. I think that's the one person that you can kind of go after a little bit. He has gotten dented in the run game, and so that's where you want to attack if you are Penn State in this defensive front. But I think you see Penn State move guys around. I think you see slants. I think you see twists. Jim Knowles is going to put these defensive linemen on the move, try to squeeze through those gaps and get some TFLs. So Oregon has to be able to run the ball efficiently, stay out of 3rd and long. And then if you're Penn State, it's basically the same thing. You have to not be in 3rd and long and run the ball well, because if you cannot pass it over 30 times with Drew Aller. You just simply cannot. This cannot be a Drew Aller game, because I think the Oregon DBs are better than the Penn State wide receivers. So, yes, obviously you have to complete some passes, but this is on the Penn State rushing attack to win this game. And then Paul makes a good point that it's special teams. As much as it sounds cliche, and it sounds like it's like something that James Franklin would say all the time, like special teams is the most important piece. Obviously, special teams is going to be important tonight. So, yeah, I mean, Penn State has had good special teams up to this point. I know Oregon is always explosive, so that's something to look out for, too. Can Devontae Ross, one of the punt returners, take one back? Chris says power to the B gap. Absolutely. Where are we at here? Okay, Oregon.
Not many people know this about me, but I actually played briefly in the pros on special teams. I'll tell you about after this caller.
We have a new caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Tom from Grand Rapids, Michigan. My
man, what is your question?
I wondered what the mechanics were for the tackles when it's so loud they can't hear. Can they even hear the clap of the quarterback? What are the mechanics so they get off the ball reasonably quickly?
Yeah, so most likely what Oregon is going to do is they're going to go silent cadence. So how that works is the left or right guard, you pick your more veteran one, and they look back to the quarterback. The quarterback gives them a knee up or some type of gesture, and then they say, okay, he's ready for the ball. That guard then turns, taps the center, and the center then will pick his head up, and as he picks his head up, he snaps it back. So it's hard because the offensive line has to look. You basically, if you're a tackle, you have to peripheral it and look out of the corner of your eye. You're either, if you're the right tackle, your left eye, the left tackle, your right eye, and just see the ball move. So you got to think, these defensive ends have much better view of that football. So that's where it's hard. That is where you're put in such a disadvantage. And then let's say you see the center's head snap up and you're a tackle and you try to get out real quick and the center hasn't actually snapped it yet and he's just about to start. So there's that timing aspect where I would be shocked if Oregon came out of this with no false starts, like truly shocked. So that's kind of the delay. If you were to go under center, it is a little bit easier. And the whole idea of the clap too, and why you do the clap is because you look at frequency. A clap outside of crowd noise kind of like jumps up in the frequency, obviously, because it's so much just louder. Now, so that is why teams generally do that. But if it's so loud, it cannot matter at times. When we were at Iowa in 2021, the clap did not matter. And we did not have a silent cadence at that time. I remember it was really, really difficult. So that is kind of a look inside of, I don't think anybody's talked about what that looks like. That is how it works. I expect Oregon to go silent cadence most of the time. All right. Someone asked, is it raining yet? Doesn't look like it's raining outside. I checked AccuWeather. AccuWeather actually created here in State College. That's where their headquarters are. It says rain is starting in 5 minutes. So looks like it's going to be somewhat, I don't know, it's slightly on and off. I don't think it's going to be a big factor. It might be a little slippery, but we got a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Anthony Rados, calling from the home of Micah Parsons, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, baby.
There we go, Anthony. What's your question, brother?
Is this Landon now I'm talking to?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my man. All right, my question, just to get our minds off the game a little bit, what's your favorite place to eat in State College?
Oh, favorite place to eat. Yeah, I like it. Sometimes we got to divert from the game. We got to take off of it a little bit. Favorite place to eat, couple places. I obviously love my anti-fragile cheesesteaks. Sarah and I actually about to go over there after this. Local Whiskey has a great burger deal, cheaper than McDonald's. If you go there for lunch, it's like $7.50 for burgers and fries, best burger around. And then Tadashi is a great one if you want some sushi, some ramen, anything like that. So those are my go-tos. And there's a couple places outside of State College in Bellefonte, town right next to us. They got some great pizza at Hofbrau Pizza. Shout out to Altoona, where Oregon is staying. I guess let's talk about that for 1 second real quick. As much as I think it's overhyped sometimes of how much travel matters, it does matter. Oregon I think they messed up. I personally, and I think Dan Lanning will never, admit it or anything, and he's going to say this was the plan all along, which clearly it was. They said this was their plan to come in, but they didn't get into State College until 7:30 last night, and then they drove 45 minutes to Altoona. That's not great. You're not getting to your hotel until 8:30, and I'll just tell you guys how it works. When you get into your hotel on Fridays, you set your stuff down, you have dinner, and then you do walkthroughs, you have meetings, you do all of that. I'd have to imagine that kind of got pushed back a little bit, and you can't do that much stuff. I mean, guys have to be in bed, even though it is, and your whole clock is messed up, obviously, because you're going West Coast to East Coast. It really would have made sense to get in a lot earlier. I'm surprised they took that long to get here.
Why did they stay in Altoona? What was that?
I'll tell you real quick. We have a caller. I'll get to that right after this caller. Okay. We'll talk about Altoona. Yes. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Jay from Atlanta.
What's up, brother? What's your question?
Not a question, but a statement. I'm looking forward to, after the game, with a win, listening to your podcast, talk about how we put 4 quarters of a great game plan on both offense and defense. Just look back to the first 3 games. I keep hearing about what the defense was doing against our offense to take away what we were trying to do. Last year, you looked back at the Big Ten championship game, felt like our game plan, we weren't ready for tempo or tackle overs, and then the Notre Dame came in the second half defense game plan of going to man. So I'm just really I'm hoping just 4 quarters of a good, solid preparation and game plan. The coordinators make a lot of money. Now time to see it in action. But that's it.
I'm with you, brother. I think that's a great statement right there. It is time to see why Jim Knowles is worth 3.1. I think Andy Kotelnicki is up there too for offensive coordinators. Let's see what they got in the bag of tricks. And I think you're right. It's always kind of come away from something. Oregon last year, they came out, they went hurry up. Penn State was not ready. Poor Kobe King was thrown up in the end zone. So Penn State does need to come out ready. I think we are going to.
That.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That was.
Oh man, we're gonna see. We're gonna see hurry up from both teams for sure at different points. I don't know when tonight, but we've seen it kind of sprinkled in from both teams so far. I've seen Oregon run a little bit of it. Penn State's also dabbled into that. I think we definitely see both of teams get into some hurry up offense. So real quick, I want to give you guys, like I said, I always try to give you guys insight of how this works. Teams when they're traveling, because people are saying, why are they staying in Altoona? How does that work? Every away team stays at the Ramada here in State College. Bad hotel, not good. Sarah, you're a local here. How's Ramada looked at?
Oh, it's rough. I went to a wedding there once 10 years ago, and the banqueting staff had on flannel shirts.
Oh no.
In May.
Oh.
Is that something Penn State does on purpose to mess with teams?
I don't know. Cornwall is typing in. Yes, I'm familiar. I passed Spanish 3.
Hijo de Landon.
Son
of Landon. Vamos a destruir.
Wait, put it back up.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll let producer Steve work on that. Cornwall, thank you for the $10.
I love trouble. I sing with trouble.
If you just click on it,
and
there you go.
Something about
Vamos a destruir a los patitos. We are going to destroy. I don't know what Las Patitos means.
I don't know.
Gotta be.
Me encanta tu trabajo. I love you, the work you do.
Probably
Sigue así, Pony Dorado. Ooh.
Money.
I don't know. We should stop reading from Cornwall. could get really risky before we get banned. Coral, and thank you for the money, though.
And it is time for a beer. Thank you.
Good call.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Oh, time for a beer? Yes. Shout out Anti-Fragile for sponsoring the show. But okay, so real quick. So we have a caller. I keep getting interrupted. I know. We'll get back to this Altoona stuff in a second, guys.
How dare they call into this live call?
What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Mike from Lebanon.
Mike, what's your question, brother?
Mike from Lebanon. Yeah. Hey, I just want to congratulate you on the engagement. You hit a home run there.
Yes, he did.
A few weeks ago, I called and I was down and out after the performance. And I was like, 10-2 at best. But you know what? I put that aside. I think Penn State 27, Oregon 13. Defense dominates.
Oh,
That's all.
I like it. All right. I appreciate you calling in for the score prediction, man. That's and thank you so much. I appreciate it. I definitely did hit a home run over here, but I like it. I like the confidence. I think a lot of Penn State fans type in the comments, where you guys at? 1 to 10. 10 is nervous. You're biting your fingernails off. 1 is we're going to blow the socks off of Oregon. Let me know what it is. Cornwall, thank you so much for the $20. Looking forward to the wedding invite, Cornwall says.
He's all right. He's an all right guy. Even though he speaks in various languages.
He's clearly
We all need variety.
He's more than bilingual. He's very multifaceted in his language.
And Gavin's right. He does give you his whole paycheck.
I really appreciate that, Cornwall. We got a caller. Paxton Lynch mentioned. Let's go. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ari, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
What's up, Ari? How old are you?
I'm 11.
Oh, we got a young viewer. Ari, I appreciate it. What is your question, my man?
My question is, how do you think Penn State's offensive line is going to try to slow down Mateo Uiagalelei?
Yeah, I appreciate that calling, man. So I think you look at it, and I said this earlier, you have to run the ball effectively if you are Penn State. If you get in those 3rd and longs, that is when you start to risk Mateo Uiagalelei and a couple other guys on that Oregon defense pinning their ears back and getting to go after this Penn State offensive line. And I think it's an offensive line that we obviously all expected to be good, and it's been all right so far this year, especially in pass pro. But the only really weak links have been the offensive tackles at times. I've mentioned the starting offensive line, 9 pressures given up in the first 3 games. All 9 came from either Nolan Rucci or Drew Shelton at the offensive tackle position. So you look at that and you say, all right, we need to limit that. We might need to put a chip on. We might need Katron or Nick to give those defensive ends a little chip on the way out. But the way that you stop that the most is you run the ball effectively and you're not in those 3rd and longs. And then another piece of this too, Dan Lanning basically calls the defense. Tosh Lupoy is the defensive coordinator, but it's all Lanning over there. They run some very exotic blitzes. I've talked about this all week, but they will show a ton of pressure from the right side, drop everybody, and the blitz will come from the left. And then the offense is not expecting it. So that is where, if you are Penn State, got to stay out of the 3rd and longs. It is uber important. And like I said, I don't want this game to be on Drew Aller's shoulders. And so there's so many different variables. If the game falls on Drew Aller, it falls on Drew Aller, it falls on the pass protection, which I'd much rather run the ball, and I'm more in favor of our run blocking. And then it also falls on the wide receivers, which I've said, I hope I'm proven wrong, but I think that the Oregon DBs have a little bit of a better matchup against these Penn State wide receivers just from what we've seen so far. They've looked good enough, the Penn State wide receivers, but like I said, this is the first real test. Sarah is actually, right, Sarah? You said many of weeks ago when you called in, actually, we're doing the Monday Night Live call-in, and you said that I need to wait to see till Oregon, right?
Exactly.
What are you looking? I mean, we got to see it today, right? You want to see them break it open?
Yeah, I want to see separation from the DBs, because we haven't really seen that, and I'm tired of seeing these chip shot throws.
Oh, you want to see us press the ball deep downfield?
Yeah, why not? Try it.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, especially now with college football as it is, if you don't have to go undefeated anymore.
Yeah,
it's not really that big of a deal anymore. So it's like, why don't we try things?
Better win this one. I'll tell you what. I want to see Drew Aller go Joe Flacco 2011 to Torrey Smith. Sorry, that's the Steelers fan in me that's just hurt. Just they would always throw the ball deep on the first play. Just air it out initially. Make them nervous. Yes, we have a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Marino and Williamsport, PA.
What's up, brother? What's your question?
Hey, I was calling about should we use Uke Reynolds and packages like gadget plays?
I do think that we will be seeing something tonight that we have not seen yet along those lines. I'd be a fan if it was Luke Reynolds, someone that was a quarterback in high school. So I think you look at that and you say he could be a candidate. Very elusive. He's not as elusive, with run after the catcher, just the ball in his hands as Tyler Warren was, but still really, really good. I think we see something come into effect tonight, something that is being hidden up to this point. I think it should be Luke Reynolds. I would love to see that, and I think it would be a good role for him. I think Luke Reynolds is going to be the complete vocal point of this offense. Past 2 weeks, he's already been the either tied for the leader in receptions or the full-on leader in receptions. I think that happens again tonight. I think he leads the team in receptions as well. Would love to see him get in some type of Wildcat package. I think he'd be the best guy to do that because no one else can really throw it out. Not that I really want him throwing. I want to keep the trick plays to a decent amount of a minimum tonight. We don't need all of that. Let's play an efficient game plan. Let's not get too cute with this one. I know it was somewhat easy to get cute when you had Pregame and you had Warren. Let's run the ball well, and let's take what the defense gives us underneath.
I also would like to see something else that I'm sure a lot of people would agree with. I would like to see, once the defense is out on the field, on the sideline, I would like to see Drew Aller with his teammates and not sitting on the bench with one of 5 coaches. He's a team captain. I mean, he needs to act like one.
Oh, you guys know how Miss Sarah is critical as all get out. I love it, though.
I just speak what the people are saying.
I hear you. I do think Drew Aller needs to really bring out the leadership tonight. He needs to be vocal. He needs to have the team rally around him. We've talked about the offense, and everybody that watches film that I talk to, from Oregon to the national media to guys that are in the Joe Moore Award, like all those people, they have told me that the Penn State offense looks flat overall. Like, it just doesn't look like they're having fun. And I told you guys that. There's no fire in there. It all starts with Drew Aller. I mean,
That's a good way to say it. They're not having fun.
Not having fun. Like, not out there dancing around just absolutely trying to pancake people. Like, he needs to go out there, and Drew needs to be the fire that is lit under everybody. And then you can it's easy to get behind that. Like, it was so easy to get behind Sean Clifford because of the fire that he had. And that's what I think we need to see out of Drew Aller. And I know he's tried, and it's been on and off. Well, at West Virginia last year, we saw him real fiery. Haven't really seen it a ton this year. We need to see that out of him. And if there is a play that goes bad, don't show the frustration. Clap your hands. Next play, let's get to it. And stay on top of your guys, like Sarah said, on the sideline. Be with them.
Yeah, it's like he curls up in the corner, like in a little ball in fetal position every time. Oh,
man. Sarah's going in.
Listen,
I don't know.
You can't make $3.5 million on the annual and not expect that somebody's going to be like, why are you acting?
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it for
Oh,
one.
I'll do it for $500,000.
I'll do it for $400.
Someone said
dollars.
We actually do. Will said
I'll do it for free.
We actually have a strength coach that will smack you. That is a real thing. Oh, he said yes. Okay, we're not taking any calls until we finish the Altoona thing. Okay. So what I was telling you guys, people were asking, yes, we normally have all of our away teams stay at the Ramada, and that's just how it works. What you have when you are a team is you have someone on the staff. They travel to every away hotel during the summertime generally that you've booked up, sometimes years in advance. And if you've traveled somewhere already, you know which hotel you like to stay at. But if you're going to a new place, you have someone on the staff travel, stay in the hotel, try the food, make sure that it's a suitable place for your team because you understand your standards.
Is it for poison? Kind of like how Monarchs in the
So yeah, like a
had
food
taster.
taster.
There we go. Food taster, bed taster, all of that. Make sure there's no bed
taster.
bugs.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, that doesn't sound good at all. But anyway,
Kind of hotels that you stayed at.
Yeah, clearly. So what happens is, from I don't know that this happened, but my guess would be that whoever on the Oregon staff traveled to the Ramada said this. Said no. They texted Atlanta and said, nah, brother, this is not the place to be. Yeah, it's bad. The Ramada's not good. I've had a couple people a couple buddies that were like, why the hell are we staying
So
here?
it's just purely because that hotel is so terrible.
That there's no other reason why they wouldn't stay there when every other team stays there.
I mean, there's other hotels around here.
My guess would be by the time they
because they're all
decided
sold
that,
out.
it was probably so the Ramada already had it blocked off for the opposing team for
Are
this
you
week.
kidding? Like, so it's like, hey, this is Oregon's football team. We need some rooms. And they're like, sorry, we're sold out for the Oregon football game.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a real thing. They call the Marriott. Marriott's like, look, we're not going to tell 80 of our customers to kick rocks. We're already locked
That have
in
to
here.
pay $1,000 a night, 2-night minimum.
Yeah, especially because
Hampton Inn.
So especially because Oregon's only
Were there no
staying-
Airbnbs available?
because you're only staying one night too. So, like most hotels around here lock you into a 2-night minimum. So that's why hotels are not going to just shove everybody else off for Oregon. So Oregon said, all right, where can we stay? And they said Altoona. If you even need a question as to why I'm laughing about that, just look up the city of Altoona. It's not good. It's not good at all. So
we go there a lot.
it's good for Chili's.
Yeah.
You guys know how I feel about Chili's. Let's go. They got some good like Italian stuff, but God, it's not good though. It's like not a place you'd want to stay in a hotel. I'll tell you that.
Do you think maybe it's just because, I don't know, I think to me, as being, a world traveler of sorts, that I think the shorter amount of time you stay in a place, the time change doesn't affect you as much.
That's probably true. And
it's much easier to go forward than it is going backward.
Yeah, I'm sure that is their theory as to why they came in.
It's going to feel like 3:30 in the afternoon right now. For them.
That's probably why they did what they did, and that was probably their reasoning. I don't know. I would at least like to have them get in around like 4:30 p.m. and not like 8:30 p.m.
I like Timothy's comment.
Last game, Michigan was in town. I stayed at the Ramada. Cops pounded on doors at 3 a.m. one time looking for a stolen cooler.
I love the priorities.
That's so good. I'll tell you what. Alex said, "What's up with Singleton? Injured? More film on him? Something else?" No, I mean, look, it seems like he's struggling a little bit with confidence so far, and he's not hitting the hole confidently, and that's been, that hasn't been a problem with him up to this point. He's never been a great open field runner in terms of making someone miss, but we knew what Nick Singleton was. He hit the hole hard, and he would go 110 miles per hour with some top-end speed that is up there with the best of them. And he just hasn't been hitting the hole hard.
Do we think that's a coaching issue since they have changed?
No, I mean, look, it could be. It could be a little bit of second guessing yourself. That's a real question. People are asking that. We're really gonna find out tonight. We got a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Zach from Omaha, Nebraska.
What's up? Calling from Omaha. What is your question, my man?
Yeah, so just wanted to ask you about when we're talking about the media making things a bigger deal about James not winning the big game or Drew not winning the big game. What does that question or that conversation look like in the locker room in terms of, right now I feel like at least we're better on paper than Oregon. I feel like it's a game we could go and win by 17, but just making that whole thing a bigger deal than it really is.
Yeah, I mean, that's not something that's like actually talked about in the locker room. I mean, people know what is said, and everybody's on social media. That's when you have a bunch of Gen Zs in the locker room. You're glued to your phone. So everybody sees the narratives and what is put out by the national media. But look, you try your best to ignore it. Some guys I know on the team right now went completely social media-less this week and leading up to this game. So that's something that some guys do. But you just got to do your best to kind of block that out. It is not easy, but it is a necessity to not let that creep into your brain. If you're up at 2 a.m. the night before the game scrolling on Twitter, you're not in a good headspace, I'll tell you that. I want to get to Blue Eli. He's donated $5. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate the congrats on the engagement. Thank you so much. He said, our DBs versus Oregon's wide receiver, who wins and how do we slow them down? It's a tough matchup. I think our DBs are up there with the best of them. I really like A.J. Harris. I think Davian Collins has been incredibly underrated. Not that we have played any teams that have really passed the ball down the field, but they've looked great. Elliott Washington, a 4-3 guy as well. You know what Zakee Wheatley brings to the table. I think one thing to look at is the other safety position today, King Mack. You're going to see a lot of people switching out of that safety position between, King Mack, Anton Belgrave Shorter. You got Dejon Lane. So guys moving in and out. And you are now coming into a Jim Knowles defense that is actually going to get into some of those complex things with this, coverage disguises, exotic blitzes. So all of that, you start to kind of wrap that in a pretty nice bow, and you hope that Penn State can continue to execute on defense like they have been, and you face a offense that does so many motions. The motions are to just mess with the eyes of the defense and take them a little bit off of their rules for just a second. Make them second guess. What do I do when this guy goes in motion? Okay, you have to communicate when guys move, and you're hoping to just catch them lacking a little bit or catch their eyes in the backfield for just the extra second so that wide receiver can slip past you on a deep post. So you got to be on top of it. But look, DeCorian Moore, Malik Benson, they have some really just straight up speed demons at wide receiver. It is going to be a tough matchup. They are going to win some of those, but these Penn State DBs, it is a real test today. Probably one of my favorite matchups of the day. And we learn a lot about, is A.J. Harris a true first-round corner? Well, we're going to find out tonight. Absolutely, he's going to get tested. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Can you go through the day in the life as a player on a whiteout game / night games? Don't you get bored? Yes. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what. So guys wake up, and for 7:30 games, you generally don't have to get out of bed till like 9:30. So a lot of guys are up, and they'll even go downstairs and stretch and get in the boots and stuff that like squeeze your legs and get you ready to go. But you got breakfast, so you go down and you have breakfast, and then you go into like 3 hours of meetings pretty much. You got meetings, you got walkthroughs, and then it is generally about 12:31, and you have snack, and then you have like 4 hours pretty much where you go up into your hotel room and you just sit there. And some guys will take a nap. I don't know how. I was never able to take a nap before a night game.
What was your
The
pregame
snack,
meal?
the snack was normally well. You get another meal. I'm going to get to that in a second. But the snack was it's always like barbecue chicken. Like I don't know. It's
Snack, everyone.
Yeah, just a snack. Barbecue chicken, some popcorn. You might have some I don't know, some fruit. I hated eating on game day. It was so bad. So then you get 4 hours. Some guys sleep, some guys don't. You just sit there. It's a bad time to probably scroll on your phone. So it's a good time if you have a YouTuber you like. If you are on a Netflix series, that was basically what I got into. Who would I watch on YouTube? I'm trying to think. Blasphemous
video games.
Yeah, I would. I would watch I was a big Madden watcher. Shout out Blasphemous HD. That was someone I would go back. You guys remember him? He was hilarious. No? Okay.
No, we're not dorks.
I would watch 2016 XSL freshman Cypher. There we go. Any of those. So you got 4 hours there. You get up probably around right now, maybe a little bit earlier, around 4:30, and you do a walk around the hotel to get you up from the guys that were sleeping. You stretch your legs. So you do a long walk. Then you come in, you have team dinner, and then you do the hype speech, all that stuff. Franklin talks to the team. They play the hype video. And then boom, you were out of the gates. You're on the buses to the hotel. To the stadium, out of the hotel.
You play a hype video.
They do play hype video.
Is it the hype video that the fans see in the stadium?
It is not. It's actually a different one.
What is it like?
I don't know. It's
People
always
talking. Do you
it's
watch
always, It's always someone talking. It's one of the players talking, and then it has music behind it. So it has some type of.
Man, that's kind of lame. Honestly, I would scenes from movies like 300 or
my high
Gladiator.
My high school
Something
coach
that's
did that.
more
We watched 300 before a game, and then we got absolutely shellacked.
stirs the loins.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, no, I did not like to eat it all, but that's kind of the rundown of how that all looks. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I know you're adjusting in your seat. That's
I don't know.
Usual. Why are you
Fidgeting.
nervous? Are you more nervous?
That's what I was
because you're
saying at the
not playing
beginning.
anymore?
I feel like, is this how you acted on game day as a player? Is this player land?
I was. Yeah, it is. It is kind of.
Were you like Josh Allen, where they say he just throws up and mouthwash is his pregame?
Did they say that? I didn't know that.
That's what he said. It was like, I throw up and then mouthwash.
Yeah, no, I actually never puked before a game.
Yes, you did.
I wanted to. Oh, maybe once. Maybe
You told us the story, the Rutgers.
Oh, the Rutgers. Yeah, I threw up once. That was the first start. Yeah, but outside of that, I didn't. It wasn't bad. But I know everybody gets nerves, and then it's so crazy as a football player. You have nerves, and then you go out and you get that first hit, and then the nerves just go away. But walking out of that tunnel on the whiteout, oh, I'm already getting chills thinking about it. It's gonna look beautiful tonight, guys. I'll tell you what.
Giveaway reminder.
Oh, thanks, producer
Why don't we do
John.
one?
Let's do one. Let's do $20 anti-fragile gift card. Type exclamation mark giveaway to enter. Just
Exclamation park and then exclamation point and then giveaway all lowercase. That is essential. You must type it like Landon Tangwall's college football. So just typed it in the chat.
exclamation mark giveaway to get yourself. We actually had someone that was enjoying an anti-fragile gift card earlier today. So appreciate you guys. So type that. And also, once you type it once, you will be entered in as well for the team issued jacket here. It's really nice. It's very thick. All right, here we go. We got a caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Landon? This is Martini Enthusiast from Las Vegas, Nevada.
My man.
Landon, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I got a lot of respect. Well, first of all, let me backtrack. First of all, congratulations to you and Sarah.
Thank you, brother.
You.
Absolutely. I got a lot of respect for this Oregon team. They got a lot of speed. I understand, your concerns when you play a big game. It's nerve-wracking, but I'm going to pop my candy ass down to Circus Sportsbook right now, and I'm going to drop $1,100 on the Nittany Lions minus 3.5. Here's why. We can get lost in the minutia. We can overanalyze these games all we want, but football is quite simple. The players change, the coaches change, the schemes change. One thing doesn't change. The team that wins the line of scrimmage wins the game. We got the junkyard dogs. We got the best atmosphere in college football against an inexperienced quarterback, and we're going to take it home. Have a beer, sit back, and enjoy. Thanks, Landon. We are.
Martini Enthusiast. That was a hell of a pregame speech, and he mentioned he's dropping 11.
I want to know your martini recipe. Write it down in the comments.
I'll get him. He's a big supporter on Twitter. I appreciate it, man. Since the beginning, he's been there. So no, I love it. I love the enthusiasm. Let me know in the comments too. Yeah, continue the exclamation mark giveaway. Listen, if you guys don't want the anti-fragile gift card, if you win, you can pass it on to someone else.
Christmas
And
is
yes,
coming up.
anybody who enters, I can. If you're not coming to State College, I can ship you the jacket. It would not make sense to ship the gift card, considering that Anti-Fragile is here in State College. But appreciate you guys, man. Let me know, anybody that threw money on Penn State. How much did you bet? I'm curious. Did you go money line or did you go Penn State -3.5? I told people a while ago, I was like, look, if you like Oregon, take them early, because that -6.5 was, I knew that was going down. But hey, it is essentially almost a toss-up game here. A lot of people are saying a walk-off field goal. That would not be good for any 3.5 bettors. We'll let these exclamation mark giveaways roll in. We'll give you guys about 30 more seconds before we pull a winner for the Anti-Fragile gift card, and then we will do the jacket here in probably about 10-15 minutes as we start to wrap this thing up. Yeah, listen, I think we're definitely going to see that Trevor Pena. Well, here's the thing. We saw a lot of Trevor Pena on that jet motion. I think we're going to see a lot of jet motion where it does not get handed off, because we've shown that we're going to hand it off. Now I think we use it just kind of just as eye candy to grab that Oregon defense and move them a little bit and try to play with them. So I think, look, Koto Nicky's got a bag of tricks. Better pull some of that out tonight. Not too much, though. Let's not get too cute. All right, I think we have all the giveaway entries in if we want to pull the winner of the Anti-Fragile $20 gift card. My man Peter, oh my gosh, I think he won 2 weeks ago. Look at that. Or his wife won, actually. I think this is his first win. Shout out Peter, big supporter of the show. Mark said someone give Drew a shot. I don't know if I could. I won't even say that. I was going to throw out there that I may or may not have done that once. It's good. It's like just one.
Just the one. I think he'd.
Little tequila.
I think he'd probably cry from that too.
I was saying that I did, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I mean, you did. That is true.
Yeah, you got to just one wouldn't. It's not the end of the world. It just kind of gets you a little fiery. You just feel it in your stomach a little bit. It's
so
like,
what do they have to? So
here
don't
we go.
forget. What do they have to do for the Anti-Fragile gift card? To
collect their prize.
To collect the prize.
Oh, just hit me up. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, Peter knows. He's got my number at this point because his wife won before.
Peter.
Yeah, he was in here. That was a good Lois.
It was.
That was a really good. Sarah's really good at impressions. We're gonna have to do that sometime. Yeah, Peter, just hit me up. You know where to hit me up to win that. But anytime you guys win any type of giveaway, just hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, DM, whatever.
And you can still type exclamation point giveaway to enter for the second one today, which is the jacket.
It's just, Timmy, make sure.
I believe you wore it yourself.
I did wear this
walking
one.
into the stadium.
I did, absolutely.
There is a photograph I've seen of you in it.
Yeah, it's
very swanky.
Like I said, it's a
full zip.
It's a full zip. It's a really thick jacket. Like, it's heavy. Nike.
It's a good betweener, like a fall, winter, spring.
It is. You see the Nike. That's not going to be around much longer. 2026, July 1st, I think it is. We go ahead and we switch over to Adidas. Are you ready to wear Adidas, Miss Sarah?
No.
Yeah.
Well, no.
You kind of like the Adidas tracksuits, though.
I do, but, there's a time and a place for that. I think Nike's just uber alles.
Yeah, I know.
Is
I
that
like
time
that too.
50 years ago
I will
in
tell
the
you
place
guys,
Russia?
I'll tell you.
Perhaps.
Look at this. I don't know what's going on. I will tell you guys, Phil Knight was supposed to be in attendance. He is not. I do not believe he is. He's not going to be here. He did not make the flight out, obviously. An older man, sometimes that trip can be a little rough, but Phil Knight will not be here. Obviously, a really good friend of the Paternos and Sue Paterno, but is not in attendance for this Oregon-Penn State game. Obviously, we are headed, obviously, over under. Oh, let's see. Someone in the comment section counted and at me on Twitter if you watch it. James Franklin post-game presser. I'll set it at, I don't know what the number would be, like 6.5, 6.5.
Yeah, we got to start counting them.
6.5 obviously is for Coach James Franklin in the
He needs
post-game.
another word.
Drew 2 Chains Adler. Yeah, he changes up the chains
I
pretty
noticed
frequently.
as the games go on, the chains get bigger slowly and slower and slower.
I don't know. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if he comes out with a big blinger today.
Maybe you could take LeVar's Stick City one.
There we go. He's signed now. He's obviously got some good NIL money from Penn State, and then he got the American Eagle from Travis Kelce, and now Drew Aller is a big Venmo guy. I'll tell you what. Will Gamble said, "I put 100 on Penn State money line." All right, there you go. Oh, you guys are funny. The one thing I do love, guys, I don't know if it's just like degenerates in the chat, but like the pregame, postgame live call-in is so different from the Monday night live call-in, and I absolutely love it. It's great how the Monday night live call-in is.
It's a different demographic.
It is. It clearly is. Drew with 70-plus rushing yards tonight. Has Drew ever done that? I don't know if he's ever had 70 rushing yards.
That was never his thing. And he had like a really large leg brace on at practice the other day.
Look at you. You're like the Twitter people. I already dissected this. The Penn State quarterbacks in practice always wear knee braces on their plant leg.
They do.
That's been a thing. Yeah. Enough of you. I'll tell you what. Let's see. My man Eric said, love the content. Thank you so much. Put the mortgage on Penn State. Cannot advise on that one, brother. But if you feel so inclined, then, if you are that confident in James Franklin, Drew Aller, and the gang, go ahead.
Do we think, Mark wrote, better let the man run tonight. Do we really think Drew Aller has the feet to make those runs?
He's mobile, and he's got great pocket movement. I mean, I said this. Obviously, he is not the ideal fit for Andy Kotelnicki's offense, but he can scoot a little bit, and he only took one as far as read options or design runs. He had 1 for 0 yards for the first 3 games, and he really succeeded against Oregon last year in pulling that ball on the read option and knifing vertical. We need all aspects of this rushing attack today. We cannot afford to keep anything in the back pocket. It is a must-win game for Drew Aller, James Franklin. So, yeah, that means run Drew Aller tonight. Oh, man. I know I'm bored watching other teams play, too. I can't tell. I'm where are all the games at right now? So we're still 7-3.
7-3 Ohio State.
At the beginning of
all right. That's kind of boring. LSU down to Ole Miss. All right. Indiana, Iowa, still 10-10 there. Mississippi State's going back and forth with Tennessee. Mississippi State's 4-0.
Look at that. Somebody asked me a question.
Oh, Lord.
See?
Here we go.
Important.
What do you got? What they asked you,
It says,
Drew or
would you
Bo?
rather have Bo or Drew? Now, in the moment, for college football, they might get angry with me.
Oh, no. Here we go.
I'm going Bo.
I'll tell you what, on College Game Day, they were over on their little other section, their little Venmo section or something. I forget what it is. I mean, it's like Cash App, whatever. And they put up Bo Pribula versus Drew Aller stats. Everybody is stoking the fire on that one. I'll tell you what, they're loving that. They are putting that out there. Who does Bo have tonight? Missouri has. Oh, they have
somebody
UMass.
bad.
It's Alabama next week, I believe.
The only reason I say that is because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Or you talked about it on your other shows, was that they're not scheming the offense around Drew Aller with what talents he has.
Yeah, well, so look, I compared this, and if you missed this, Liquid said no Drew Aller slander will be tolerated. Yeah. So I said this. Think of it like this. Think about Christian Hackenberg being put into the offense that Trace McSorley was in. That's kind of how I liken Drew Aller into Andy Kotelnicki's offense. Like yeah, it probably still would have worked, and there still would have been some great moments, but it just doesn't fit as well, if you want me to be honest. Like, he just wouldn't have fit the Joe Moorhead offense. Hackenberg wouldn't have fit in that, and I just don't think Aller is necessarily, like I said, it's not his ideal offense. That's why Aller is the best when we're in spread 2-minute, and he is just slinging it around, and that's generally when we play from behind, so that's when you see him in those moments. Oregon and USC. Yes, James Franklin does like to call him Lamar Allar.
Lamar Allar. Isn't that how you kind of imitate?
Lamar Allar. Yeah, Franklin is it.
Tangwall.
Oh, man. That's great.
And then, somebody else said, it's time for Sarah merch. And it's an A.
Oh.
Damn it. All of you. It's SARA, everyone.
Oh, look. Sarah's feeling... your anti-fragile glass is empty. You
it
guys
was half, but I had a little pumpkin cold brew.
Oh my God.
Just
now,
one pump,
it's already,
so it was only 80 calories.
Guys, this is a pregame college football show, and the words pumpkin cold brew were just mentioned.
It's fall now, folks.
God. This is what I'm marrying. Look at this. I signed up for it.
Be grateful.
I am. I'm
pretty
grateful.
What are the odds of domestic abuse occurring by the
Oh my God.
By me. There's some subtle simmering going. Landon's all tense. He's trying to hide it. You got better since the beginning of the show. You're a lot less obvious.
Well, we're trying to make him less nervous.
And then,
this helps too.
Then I hear Sarah, and I'm like, maybe I need to protect Landon from Sarah.
Oh, man.
Who's the aggressor here?
Oh.
Probably Sarah.
Yeah.
Probably Sarah. Sarah's been, listen, you guys on.
I was born in the 20th century.
Well, that and Kenny Jackson was your father, so he brings the dog out. Brought the dog out, and Bobby Ingram, greatest wide receiver to play at Penn State, and clearly you got some of that. I'll tell you what, guys, where are we at right now? I'll give you guys one more opportunity.
Final call!
Exclamation mark!
Oh, for that too.
Yes. is it exclamation mark or exclamation
point?
Exclamation point giveaway. No space in there if you want. If
Somebody
you already
said,
typed
let's
it.
go good counsel.
Oh, let's go good counsel. Shout out Dawson. Yeah, that is the high school reppin'. It's a nice thick fall/spring coat here. Team issued only. Type exclamation point giveaway. No spaces, all lowercase. Oh boy. Has Landon ever spelled Sarah with an H? No.
Never did.
No, I never messed it up. Yeah, Bobby Ingram he was the man. I'll tell you what. We could use a little Bobby Ingram tonight. I hope so.
You got any predictions, final scores? Did you do that already?
I hate doing the scores.
But they want to know that.
28-24 Penn State. All my Penn State 3.5 bettors would love a 28-24. That's what I'll go with. I'll go 28-24. Penn State is going to win. I am a firm believer in what this team has. Let's go. I know. Yeah, my hands are sweating. Oh, my God. It's
Knees
one of
weak,
those ones.
Palms are sweaty.
Yeah, there you go. You be careful, John. You're so good. We might get a copyright if you just start rapping Eminem.
I'm pretty good at rapping.
I'll tell you what. Who made the move on who? How did y'all end up together? Dawson Cox said, "How is this? This is how we're ending the show here. We met at an NIL event.
It was it was the football team's networking night.
Yes.
In the stadium.
Yes, I was still playing, and I met Sarah, and we became very good friends.
He approached me out of nowhere.
Yeah. I did come up to Sarah first. Shout out Mike Porman for telling me to meet her.
Did you say, do your legs hurt from running through my dreams?
Ooh. That would have been a really good one.
No, it wouldn't.
Well,
No, I
You would have liked that?
I think so.
Corny? You like the corny lines?
Yeah, a little
But
corny.
they're authentic, you know.
Yeah. And then we were good friends. We played some golf. And then, the rest was history. I asked her to be my girlfriend. Here we are, engaged. It is big time. You guys will be on the ride with us. Many Miss Sarah appearances to come. Yeah, Red Zone. A couple things. Red Zone. Shout out NIL. Look, everybody talks down on NIL. We would not have met without NIL. Look at that. I mean, that's impressive.
Somebody remembered he was in a turtleneck. Yes.
Wow.
Did you get Sarah as part of your NIL package? Was that like a
that
perk
was.
as a
I
player?
told them, I'm like, look, if we weren't getting paid too much at the time, I'm like, I need her to be a part of this thing, and then there we go. Biggest keys for Penn State, like I said, third down, we are like 38% conversion rate on third down. That is not good. That will not cut it tonight. And how you do that is you stay in third and short and not 3rd and 7+. And then also red zone percentage has not been good so far for Penn State. We need to not settle for field goals. If we do get a turnover, you need 7 off of that, especially if it's a turnover in plus position where you were on their side of the field. Got to take advantage of that one and score. Here we go. All right. It is time. 30 seconds, exclamation point giveaway if you want to enter for the team issued gear jacket. 29.
Last chance.
Last chance. It is 5:26, folks. Can you guys look outside? Is it raining at all? Have we seen any rain?
I don't see rain. I can't honestly
mist?
tell, but there's people standing there, and they don't look like they're getting wet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. I'm looking at AccuWeather right now. It's so on and off. It's not going to really be a factor. I really don't think it is. I don't think so at all. Thank you again before we end this, Anti-Fragile Brewing Company, for sponsoring the show. We got the keg cam. Hopefully, we are taking a shot of the JP 409. And then I will tell you guys, we will be back directly following the conclusion of Penn State versus Oregon. Live call-in. I suspect that the
we
line...
want your joy and we want your angst.
Yeah, there you go.
You got.
Whatever you got. Hopefully, it's a lot of joy. Might be some angst. Might be.
You don't
both.
hear producer John on the post game. Somebody send some police down here.
Yeah, that or that or you went through all
3 a.m. to find the cooler.
Yeah, to 3 exactly. Or we went through all the Busch Light. John had all 15, and he is passed out on the couch. And
it's the limited edition Busch Light with the camo.
Yeah, we did get that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate, real quick before we end, PA, their rules in the store are so stupid. Grocery store. I come up with 2 things of beer.
2 trips.
And she's like, yeah, sorry, you're going to take one of those out to the car and then come back and buy the other one. Why? You're not going to limit me from drinking too much beer. I'm going to do it anyways. Not that you guys shouldn't do that. Don't drink too much beer. But I'm just saying, God, the PA rules, I'm so sorry. Guys, I will see you on the other side before we stop giveaway. Here we go. To win.
Got to draw the winner.
The jacket. It is Dawson Cox. Congratulations. Hit me up anywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If I need to, I will ship this to you. It is a very nice jacket. Thank you so much for participating, being here, and also shouting out the high school, the hometown. Guys, that does it all. I cannot wait for this one. We have all been waiting for this. This is the moment. This is the defining point of the Penn State football season, of James Franklin's career, of Drew Aller's career. Can they finally get it done? Can they get over the hump? Could this be the undefeated season we've been waiting for, the national championship type season? We will all find out at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate you guys. We will be back here directly after the conclusion of the Penn State
and follow
Oregon
him on
game.
Twitter, everyone.
Follow me on Twitter at Landon
Live
Tangwall.
tweets.
I'm going to be live tweeting videos, all of it. Be on the lookout. We are going to be all over the place. I appreciate you guys. Love you. See you in a couple hours. Peace.